What's up, brothers and sisters? Let's talk about this virgin birth. Now, when you look into the word virgin, a lot of people think simplicity and they go to the carnal way of thinking. But virgin means undefiled, pure, untouched. Now, when you speaking for God, you must be what? Undefiled. Your information must be pure, and your information must be the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And this is why those who come from the virgin birth, especially the firstborn of the virgin birth, has that information. So the virgin birth was never about what? A woman being touched by a man. Because you have to be born of God. Now, how are you born of God? Come walk with me in John. So as you can see, right now we're in John chapter 1, but let's go down to verse 13. It says, which was born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh. So the virgin birth has nothing to do with the will of the flesh, nor the will of man. That's why Mary wasn't touched by a man, but of God. So right now we saying this birth has nothing to do with what? Man, flesh, or blood. Because we're talking about what? Being born of the Spirit of God. So I'm going to go to another woman that's in Revelations. Now, we go into this woman in Revelation because people don't understand the prophecy. They get caught up with the story. So since we believe in the story, we think somebody birthed Jesus 2,000 years ago. But everybody knows Revelation is for the last days. So who is this woman in Revelation giving birth? You see what I'm saying? So that would be a contradiction. Well, we got two women now. We got two Virgin Marys. So let's go to Revelation. Come walk. So as you can see, we are in Revelation chapter 12. And it says, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven. Now, of course, everybody going to wonder about the one that comes from the Spirit. Because you're not going to see the Spirit. You're going to see the one the Spirit has birthed. Now, this woman had what? She was clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head were 12 crowns. But this is the part I want you to pay attention to, because this sounds like the verse that's in Isaiah. It's saying, she being with child, travailing in birth, pain to be delivered. So who is this child that she is travailing with? Well, let's go down, y'all. Let's go down. Let's go down. Verse 5. See, you got to start by it. It says, and she brought forth a man child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron. So who is this woman that's going to bring forth this male child in Revelations if Christ was already birthed by Mary? You know, so it says, and her child was caught up unto God and to his throne. So we know who this child is, y'all. We don't have to play semantics. But then this same wisdom, which is not a woman, it says, and the woman fled into the wilderness where she had a place prepared to her of God, and they should feed her there 1,002 and 60 days. You know, so she flew to the wilderness to what? So this Spirit can give birth to the rest of the people. As it said, the Spirit was poured out with the virgin Spirit. Now, if you don't believe everything that was just said by using the Bible, you know, I'm going to go to the lost books to prove that Mary was never a physical woman. If anybody is knowledgeable of scriptures in Proverbs, wisdom is considered she. So the wisdom for God is given a feminine name because this wisdom that comes from God going to make you a new person. It's going to give birth to you as a woman give birth to a child. So when you speak in these parables, you use woman to represent the feminine name that's been placed on wisdom. So instead of saying woman in the New Testament, as it tell you in Revelations, they said Mary. But come walk with me. Let's go to the lost book. So we're in the lost book now. It's the Gospel of Philip. So if you want to go read it for yourself, just giving you the information. So let's go over to Mary. Mary and the Holy Spirit. So say some say the Holy Spirit inseminated Mary. They are wrong. And they do not know what they are saying. When did a woman ever get pregnant? When did a woman ever get a woman pregnant? Mary is a virgin and know the powers dirted her. She is a great repugnance to the Jews who are apostles. So this is the wisdom that give birth to the apostles of the Jews who are messengers. No powers dirted the virgin. They dirted themselves. So the doctrine alone of people saying that it was the Holy Spirit that went into a physical woman and Joseph didn't touch her, that's the lack of understanding the parable or the metaphor writings. You know, as this spirit that come from God is given a feminine name, that's why you have to be reborn again. Now Nicodemus asked Christ, do I have to go to my mother's womb and be born again? No, you have to be born of the virgin spirit of God so you won't be defiled with false information. As always, I hope the Father has circumcised your hearts and ears for this message. Peace and blessings. I'm out.